From Los Angeles, California, this is Mad Scientist Party Hour. Chubbs, he took his hand. Oh, hello, friends! Welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name's Kevin Kraft, joined by a man who has sold his pants and undies for meth and is currently freebasing a giant boulder right out of the tip of his pee hole. That's Jeff Clark. Hey, thanks for having me. I like that introduction. That was good. Was that you or was that from a listener?
That's me.
Nice.
And transmitting to us from Walter Reed, the bearded COVID snot rocket known as Shuddy Boy. Oh, yayer. Guess what?
Before we go any further, I sound okay this week, right?
You sound great.
Yeah.
Okay. Just because it went low last week to the point where Dominic reached out and was like, let's troubleshoot your mic problem since we had it on What the Fuck Did I Just Watch? And I go, no, Dom, I think we fixed it. It might have been in the Patreon, but I figured out the problem.
Dominic is now your supervisor.
Dominic is taking his executive producing title very seriously, and I thank him for it.
Hey, when have we ever known Dominic to half-ass anything?
Exactly.
I really like his initiative, and I can't wait for the new MSPH wrestling event. I feel like you have a more wide video feed. Like I'm noticing these pictures on the wall and stuff all the way over here. I don't think that was ever there.
Because I don't like how the laptop sits on the coffee table when the coffee table is raised. Like you just see like my chin up.
Yeah.
And when it's down, it's too low. I completely forgot that on the TV stand, I've had a monitor stand just sitting there doing nothing for months. So now I have the table low and the laptop sitting on the monitor stand.
Did you notice that, or did Dom when he did his troubleshooting?
No, I thought of that today.
Okay, all right.
And is that a bonsai on your left shoulder? What is that?
Hold on, I have Notepad up for something for later.
Yeah, read
that
the
is
bonsai note.
That is a philodendron. No, there's three different plants there. There's a philodendron, a fiddle leaf fig, and I don't remember what the third one is. We don't refer to them. They have names. We don't refer to them at.
What are their names?
We give them gender-neutral pronouns.
Nope. The one is Fred. The one is. Hold on.
They all answer to they.
When I was a kid, my parents named our aloe plant a gender-neutral name. Named it Sam.
The philodendron is Phyllis.
So do you only buy plants that start with a f sound? Because you're a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles?
Nice. No. Even though this is my room, those are not my plants. I mean, they're house plants, but they are not in the house because I was like, we need some plants in the family room.
It's everybody trying to offset all the fucking cigarette smoke that plumes out of your mouth. Are you the only smoker in the house?
No, I'm not, but I only smoke in the house during the podcast.
Nice.
And Eagles football games.
Have you turned into a chimney smoker? Because I feel like at one point, didn't you quit smoking ciggies?
I did. I really only smoke while we're doing the show now. I smoke maybe 5 cigarettes a day. And
Takes the edge off.
I'll probably smoke that many while we
Wait,
do
how
the
many?
show.
Do you go through an episode?
I go through
about 3 packs.
Between the episode and the Patreon, I typically go through 3 to 5.
Not bad. It's like a Mad Men, marketing meeting.
It makes me look more distinguished.
Drinking some booze, smoking some cigs when boys can be boys. I love it, Shuddy.
Thanks, Jeff.
Man, I quit smoking cigarettes before I moved to LA. So it's been It's been over a decade since I quit, but it had been a long time, but the other night I had a nightmare, a smoking nightmare again. That happens a lot, like when you first start quitting. You have dreams about smoking a cigarette, and then you shoot up awake, and you're like, oh, all disappointed in yourself.
Have you never smoked a cigarette since quitting? Like even when you're drunk?
I was wasted at either my first or second Ellis Mania and was like, give me one of those. And I took a drag off it, and I was like, ew, and gave it back. And then my first time in Japan, my ex and I wanted to try Japanese cigarettes just to see what's up because they look kind of cool. And I think we split one. Oh, now that I'm thinking about it, Japan again. Well, the night that I blacked out and pissed in my suitcase, we met this...
Cigarette night, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. We met this woman at the bar who, for some reason, liked my zany American antics. And she had a cigarette that you know those USB chargers you charge a vape pen with?
Yes.
So it's just like a short little stubby charger, and you screw the vape pen battery into it. So it looked like that, but you don't screw anything into it. It just has a divot that you plop the cigarette butt in. So you hit the cigarette through this thing, and it's supposed to vaporize it. So I think I smoked a cigarette through that. Because I was like, what is this fucking Japanese sorcery before me? I have to try it. But those are my infractions.
They're minor in 10 years.
Yeah, I don't think I finished one.
We can overlook it.
Never finished a cigarette since I quit. But yeah, it had been years since I had one of those dreams where I'm just going about my everyday life and I bum a cigarette off of somebody. And then I wake up disappointed in myself. I'm like, oh, whew, thank God. I've been experiencing a little chestal congestion.
Why'd you put it that way?
Because
Chestal.
It's like I keep having to go like and clear my throat. To my fellow Stern fans out there, I keep pulling Baba Booey's throughout the day. I'm constantly going like.
Is Baba Booey very phlegmy?
Yes, he's very phlegmy, and it was a big bit on the show that when Howard would be eating his breakfast in the morning, Gary would come in and be like, "Hey, Bolf, I want to tell you about this guest." And Howard's like, "It's fucking disgusting. Dude's clearing his throat right in my face while I'm trying to eat." So they pulled like all these drops of him clearing his throat and made songs out of it. So like I'm turning into a Baba Booey now. I've got like this congestion, and I feel like I constantly need to clear my throat. And I was getting a little bit of the sniffles, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just set my mind somewhat at ease and go get a COVID test. So I did. I went on this website, and they bring up this little map of where you are and all these little pins of spots you can go in and get a COVID test. So I clicked one, and it said they had like 900 openings the next day. So I got one nice and early in the morning, and it was like 3 minutes of just filling out online forms, and then boom, appointment secured. So I drive over to the spot, and it was in like some parking lot in Pacoima. And they said...
Wait, what's that mean?
I guess what they're doing is they're taking over just big parking lots that normally would have people in it, but since everything's shut down, they're just these large empty lots. So they just set up these testing fields there for people to go get COVID tests.
You said Pacoima?
Yeah.
Is that just like out in the middle of nowhere? Is that like your slang for the boondocks?
No, that's a place in California.
Yeah, it's in the valley. It's like 9 miles up the road from me.
Shuddy, you've heard of this and I haven't?
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, I'll take your guys' word for it.
Wait a second. Did you say San Diego? What is that?
Van Nuys.
Is that a nickname for the hood?
Doesn't ring a bell. No. I thought that was like out in the middle of nowhere, like your fucking slang. And that's why I thought he was laughing. I was like, all right, I just don't get this. Pacoima. I'm gonna Google that. I'll find out where it is.
I was laughing because saying I had to go to a parking lot in Pacoima for a COVID test sounds shady as fuck.
Sounds like a drug deal, right?
Yeah,
but that's what they're doing.
exactly.
All of them. I guess like in Dodger Stadium, they have a thing set up.
Yeah, they were doing that at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. So it just in normal times, if somebody was like, I had to go to a parking lot in Pacoima.
Yeah, I know.
There's something nefarious going on. It's not like
they're turning our fucking baseball and football stadiums into voting centers and COVID testing centers. This is the apocalypse. It's all ending.
Yeah. So
anyways, continue.
It's a drive-through spot. It's a drive-through place. Oh, I studied very hard, Jeff. So
nice.
You check in with somebody and they tell you, don't roll your window down any further than 2 inches. So I gave them my appointment number and shit. They sent me on my way, and it was sort of just like waiting in line at an amusement park, but with cars. So you're just going through this windy thing, and then I get to the window, and they take one of those claws, the claw on a stick with a trigger. They pinches.
Okay, the thing to help assist people reach things on high shelves.
Yeah. They have one of those things, and they pinch this sealed plastic bag and stuff it through my window. And it's got a swab, a swab stick, some pamphlets, and this little vial of liquid. And then the lady points to the signs, and they basically, signs just tell you the steps. You're supposed to cough 5 times, take the thingy, and swab all over your mouth. Get the back of your mouth, your tongue, your gums. Just swab everything for 20 seconds, and then you put the swab in the little vial of liquid, seal it, shake it up, and then throw it back in that little plastic bag, and then you toss it in this thing on your way out. So it's a pretty quick process. So I get my little kit, my fucking COVID kit.
You didn't have to do the nasal passage one?
I didn't. I was prepared. I was prepared to get my nose dildoed and drilled like a $2 hooah.
Can you turn it down and get the oral swab? Because I wouldn't do the nasal thing.
Well, the nasal thing isn't an option.
But I'm saying, like, okay, never mind. Doesn't matter, I guess. I wonder if they'll give you the choice.
It just depends probably on what test they use.
Yeah.
Which testing facility they signed a contract with.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff shows up like, actually, I was kind of interested in the nose dildoing. Could I opt in for that?
No. When I go on the site, I want to be able to filter like it's fucking Amazon and check off nasal tests.
Because everybody that I know here that's had it has had to do the nasal one.
I guess they've gotten the testing like more refined, so they don't have to do that. Because I don't want to get my fucking nose dildoed. That blows.
Yeah.
And you would have had to do it yourself. You would have had to jam that thing down up your nose.
You had to dildo your own nose.
Yeah, and I'm not. That's like if the doctor was like, all right, in order to test COVID, you have to finger your butt and make sure to go deep. I'd be like, motherfucker, I'm going to the first knuckle at best.
Yeah, I'm fingertipping my butthole.
Yeah. So
and then calling myself a pussy. You know what I was gonna say, but I'm trying to tone it down. We're on YouTube now.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. So after I get my thing, like the line of cars just keeps moving. So I'm just thinking at some point it's going to get to a place where, people stop the car so they can go through their kit and fucking swab their mouth, and it just keeps going. And all of a sudden I see the receptacle in front of me, like a couple cars ahead, and everybody's just dropping their shit in there and driving off. I'm like, how'd they fucking do that so quick? I haven't even started. So lady was like, just stop. Just stop. Do your fucking swab, and then pull up. So I get the stick out, and it's kind of like, it's a long, skinny one. It's probably like almost as tall as the mic stand, maybe up to here. So it was longer than I expected it to be. So I get it in my mouth, and I'm counting, and I'm doing the swab, and it's a long, skinny plastic thing, and it like bent, and then boing, shot right out of my fucking hand, bounced around my center console, and then rolled underneath my seat.
So you contaminated it.
Yep. And I was like, ah, shit. So now I'm in park. Cars are going around me. My fucking ass is hanging up in the air. And I hear a knock at the window. And, of course, they're like, oh, it's time to go rescue Captain Stupid over here. It's never a good sign.
Is there a problem?
Yeah, you know you're supposed to swab your mouth and not the anus you have waving high in the air right now? Like, can you please stop presenting? So I'm like, my fucking thingy fell. And she's like, I'll get you a new one. So
it's okay. We get retards like you like twice a day.
So she goes over to her little hut and comes back with another sealed one. So I'm looking at it, and the tip that I was supposed to swab my mouth with that went under my seat it had some girth to it. You know, it was
nice.
It was a serious swab. The new one was super fucking skinny. Like, super skinny. I was like, wait a second, this is a fucking different swab. And as I'm like holding it, it's one of the ones you have to peel apart because it's, you know, medically sealed. There was like a frothy residue on top of it, like a liquid. And now my brain's like, oh man, someone fucking sneezed on it. That's a COVID boogie, and I just touched it. But, you know, full steam ahead. So, you know, do the whole swabby mouth thing, break it off, throw it in the thingy, and go about my day. That was Friday morning. I snuck that in before work. And next morning...
How long did the process take?
20 to 30 minutes. It wasn't bad.
How long would it have taken if you weren't a moron?
15 minutes? I'd say my tomfooleries added about 5 minutes to things.
It's not bad.
Nah.
It's not bad.
So the next morning, I wake up and I walk across the street to go get some Starbucks, and my phone vibrates, and it's my test results already. They were fucking quick with it. And, you know, the story doesn't have, like, some huge payoff. I don't have COVID. I probably would have led with that.
Yeah,
but,
that's what everyone was rooting for.
Yeah. Sorry. You stuck with me for at least a little bit longer.
Wait, how long again did you say it took? You heard back from them when?
The next morning.
Oh, Saturday. Okay.
Yeah, super quick. And they do it on the weekends. Shit was free. Not bad. But not as a grueling process as I thought it would be.
No. Well, the worst part of it would be the nasal stuff, but if you didn't have to do that, then I don't know, it's probably something I should look into. But they said everyone should get tested, right? So they can have your DNA on file. I mean, so they can make sure and contact trace.
Wait, is that what they do? They go through everybody's previous COVID tests for
No, that's not
contact
what they do
tracing?
for contact tracing.
I don't know what I'm talking. I've just have heard from friends who watch a lot of CNN, and they really know what they're talking about. That everyone should get tested. So
Because if you've been asymptomatic, the tests will tell you if you have the antibodies, and then they can take blood and try and find a vaccine off of that.
I don't know if this one had the antibodies. I didn't say shit about the antibodies. It just said I don't have COVID.
well, wouldn't it be like somewhat theoretical? Like if you tested positive and then never got symptoms, then maybe you take the antibodies or asymptomatic test. Again, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just saying things.
I don't know either. I have somebody in my life who tends to be a very private person, so I won't say who this human is. But I know somebody.
Does it rhyme with Ani?
No. I know somebody who was feeling like shit and then felt better and then had some issues and went to the hospital, and they ran the antibody test and were like, yeah, you have the antibodies. So when you were feeling like utter shit for that week, you had COVID. But I think
I don't get it. So what do the antibodies do?
The antibodies
It means that you've already fought off the virus, and for that particular strain of the virus, you have white blood cells that will fight it off, and you're more resistant to it if you're exposed again.
Thank you, 2019 Trivial Pursuit MSBA champion.
You're very welcome.
So here's another quick crazy thing. So I do these weekly Zoom calls on Sundays with my family from all over the country because we're all sort of scattered now. And
Still.
Yeah, still doing it every week. I have an aunt who is very Flandersy. She's a bit of a churchy Joe. And she said when she went to church this week, they do like congregational updates and stuff. And they did an update on somebody who goes to that church who got his third infection of COVID, and that one killed him. He fought it off twice before, got it a third time, and that one killed him. And I was like, I haven't heard anything like that on the news. I've heard there people are testing for it twice and getting it twice. I haven't heard of anybody getting it 3 times. And she's like a pretty deep red, in the trenches Trump supporter. So she's not like, some snowflake trying to push fake news on me.
Yeah. She's credible when it comes to her COVID reporting.
And then I have an aunt who is a nurse that lives in San Diego, and she jumped in on that saying that she knows somebody who's also tested positive 3 times. And I was like, what the fuck? This is insane.
Yeah, honestly.
If you're not in the medical field, what are you doing to put yourself in a position to get exposed to it 3 times?
Probably one of those fart knockers at the supermarket who has their dick nose hanging out over the mask.
They probably really party, though, huh? COVID
Probably.
3 times. That guy gets down.
Yeah.
Fuck social distancing. I hear you, bro.
No condom has ever touched that man's penis.
Yeah, I mean, you're really doing your thing. The Lakers only won 1 championship. I don't know how you can do that much social distancing or non-social distancing.
Yeah, well,
good news. You tested negative.
Yeah. Yep. Now it's just I'm fucking Baba Booey for no reason.
Phlegmy.
Yeah. It's probably just from the shitty air quality. There's been so many fucking forest fires around California. And then, I check the weather app on my iPhone, and a lot of times underneath the temperature, it just says unhealthy air quality. It's like, oh, fucking thanks, app.
Yeah, it's very scary just how easily I've mentally adjusted to seeing that.
I know.
Okay.
I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, oh no. Should I call the police?
Yeah, I turned on the news. Like,
Yeah.
All right, what's up?
Are we getting poison gassed?
Okay, The View. All right, there is no breaking news update, I guess. Cool. All right, go to the next channel. General Hospital. Really? No one's going to report on this unsafe air quality. No, it's just like a thing.
I've seen it a few times here, but that's when it's been on like overly humid days.
Yeah, it happens
Which is
here a
probably
lot.
not the problem there. So
Nope.
really not relevant for me to chime in there. Sorry, guys.
No, it's beautiful. Thank you, Shuddy. Thank you for that.
Well, I mean, there are things theoretically we could all chime in on.
Oh,
What's that?
Did anyone else do their text homework?
I think so. What was it, though? Just
no, I refuse to.
Oh, okay.
All right.
This is
well,
a political statement out of you.
After seeing the internet buzz regarding it, I decided I am not getting on this train.
All right, so let me jump in here. We're talking about Hubie Halloween.
that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, cool.
That is also what I am talking about.
So let me just caveat my whole part of this review, and I feel like I don't need to because I'm well on the record with this stuff. Adam Sandler is a legend. His jersey's retired. It's in the Clark Funny Man Hall of Fame.
He has his bust.
Yeah, he's good. That being said, I can't think of like a one good part about this movie. I think it was pretty terrible the whole way through.
Oh no!
Right? I mean,
I actually kind of liked it.
What did you like about it?
I mean, I thought, okay, so Uncut Gems was awesome.
For sure.
His comedies have been, it's almost just like a comfort watch, It's like, all right, I'm glad all of these guys are still getting together, writing jokes, goofing off, and having fun. Usually good for a couple of laughs, and it's like, all right, you know what? I will take that as it is. I'm happy to be at this stage in my life and still getting new laughs from Adam Sandler, even if they're not as rapid fire as they were with Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. I actually thought this was like an uptick. I thought this was the funniest Sandler comedy in a while.
Holy shit. I thought Uncut Gems was funnier. And it wasn't even trying to be at all.
I think this was like, I would say this is probably on par with Little Nicky.
Okay. Whatever. Yeah, I wouldn't say that, but I got through the whole thing and I was just like, wow. Does he not, he really doesn't give a fuck. Although, I mean, he tried, like he did that stupid ass voice the whole time. Like mumbly fucking, I don't know, underbite voice.
The most about what he's done lately is the stupid like baby voice he always reverts back to.
Yeah.
Which is funny in small doses, like in Billy Madison, but when that's the whole fucking character, like Little Nicky, it's fucking obnoxious.
Did you like Waterboy?
I did like Waterboy, and that was probably the one example of a time where it didn't drive me insane.
Waterboy kicks ass.
I might have just been the right amount of high for this. I'll throw that out there. I did get nice and stoned beforehand. I feel like my tolerance stock has risen, so I'm doing better with weed these days.
Nice.
So I had a good high going. I was in the mood for something Halloween-y, and by no stretch am I saying that this is some fucking stellar home run knocked out of the park, but it had more laughs than I was expecting. The shack scene fucking killed me. I could not stop laughing.
Yeah. I mean, that I know what you're talking about. It wasn't that funny, but I hear you.
I was laughing when... So, I mean, I feel like Sandler movies are, you've either watched it or you're never going to watch it.
Yeah, you can spoil it.
My apologies if I spoil a joke, but like they do this over this gag throughout. I don't even know if you would call it a gag, but like this running theme where they occasionally this sultry woman's voice acts as like the town radio DJ and gives little updates between scenes. And then at the end, Sandler goes to the radio station and it's Shaq talking in a sexy woman's voice.
Yeah.
And then his wife comes out and she's like this larger white lady and she talks like Artie Lang or something. And she's like, ooh, bring me up a piece of that. I just was not expecting that and lost all fucking composure. I could not stop laughing.
Yeah. And then when he asked her, when he like referenced her voice and like changing her voice for radio, that was a decent joke. I'll give you that. She's like, no, this is my real voice.
I liked all the thermos gags. So like Hubie carries around this thermos at all times that has like soup in it, and it's pretty much like a Swiss Army thermos. So anything he needs will shoot out of it. Like it can turn into a megaphone, a grappling hook, a flashlight. I don't know. I like the thermos gags. That worked for me.
You've always said that about yourself. You're a thermos guy.
And his like the gag for that character is they live in Salem, and he just wants to keep people safe. He's a goofus, and every Halloween he rides around and he acts as like a security trying to keep people safe. And this is the one year where shit actually goes down and there's some trouble brewing. But he's also a scaredy cat, so he's very easy to scare, and people like to play pranks on him because he flips out. And another thing that got me was in the end credits when they just do a scare montage. It took a little bit, but once it started rolling, that got me kind of like the Shaq bit did. Like, I just kept laughing throughout that. And then they mixed in outtakes with it. I really like that.
You're talking about the end credits. You really like the jokes at the end credits. Like, okay, fair enough.
I mean, there were jokes throughout the movie that I liked. There were, of course, a lot that I didn't care for. But I don't know, man. And like you said, I didn't factor this into my grading of it, my rating. But I've never heard a bad thing about Sandler. Like, anytime somebody has had an interaction with him, they're like, oh, he is the fucking best. Like, I met him briefly at a Uncut Gem screening, came over and talked to me like we had known each other for years. And you just hear stories behind the scenes like that all the time of just how good of a dude he is. And I like that he's just kept this group of friends for decades that he met while he was working at SNL and stuff. And his success skyrocketed, and he's like, you know what? I'm just fucking taking care of my homies. He takes care of all those people and just consistently hooks them up. He hooks up his family. Seems like a good family guy. It's fucking. It's the
I respect
Sandman.
his commitment to the hood.
Yeah.
I saw a video online of like these girls like running down a car that they saw Adam Sandler in the passenger seat of. And like he stopped at the light, but like waited there for them to catch up. And they're like, "Oh my god!" And like, "Hey, yeah, take a picture. How you guys doing? I hope everything is all right." And like he like stopped for them to catch up and like talk to him for a split second. I mean, he wasn't even driving the car, so I don't know. It was just cool. He just between the story you told about the Uncut Gems screening and just shit you read about, he sounds fucking awesome. So, I mean, I'm rooting for him. That's what I'm saying. Like, I have to caveat it because he's getting a micro dick on this one.
Oh.
Hubie Halloween.
Hubie Dubois.
Hubie Dubois is getting a micro penis. There's no fucking way I'd ever watch that again.
I like that they brought back
watch it at all.
a Happy Gilmore cameo in the opening scene. I appreciated that.
That was nice. But also, what's her name? Who's the girl? Who's the love interest in Happy Gilmore?
Oh, I always forget her name. Julie something. Fuck. Let me Google it. From Modern Family.
That's her real name.
Julie Bowen?
Yeah.
I think that's her name. Let me see.
Who's gotten hotter the older she
Oh, yeah.
gets.
She's fucking gorgeous. Yeah, Julie Bowen.
But I feel like, I don't know. It's just like the guy has been so successful his whole career. Like, why not just use the people around you or the things that have made you successful and like little callbacks? But I feel like just her as the love interest was essentially just one big callback to Happy Gilmore, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I thought Kevin James's character was funny. The cop with the mullet.
Yeah, he was all right. Okay.
I don't know. It had its moments.
So what are you going to give it?
I was glad I watched it.
How many Hubie
and
Dubois dicks are you going to suck?
It's very rare when the universe gets it right. You just see a lot of scumbags succeeding and becoming mega millionaires. And it's nice to see a real-ass dude getting it and who continues to stay a real-ass dude and supports his friends. Like I said, that is not factoring into my review.
Of course, sounds like it.
I'm reviewing my experience, and no bullshit, I'm sucking 3.25 Hubie Halloween dicks.
Oh my!
Don't be a Jeff Clark.
Isn't going to the review.
Don't be a Jeff Clark. Smoke a doobie, get in the Halloween spirit, and put that on, and just laugh with your friends. You deserve it.
At least I did the homework assignment. This motherfucker went to Rotten Tomatoes and
I didn't even go to Rotten Tomatoes. It was all over my Facebook feed how bad it was.
I mean, look, I watched Ridiculous 6, the Western, micro dick. I'm not trying to be biased here. I legitimately enjoyed my time, for the most part, watching Hubie Halloween.
You said Ridiculous 6? Was that an Adam Sandler movie?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. One of his Netflix movies.
Did you watch The Cobbler also?
I have not. There's still a couple ones I need to catch up on. I've seen Murder Mystery. I've seen Do Over. Fuck, I'm blanking on some of the other straight to Netflix ones. Ridiculous Six, Hubie Halloween. I don't know. Yeah, I'm spacing out.
Yeah, they're not very memorable, I think is what we're getting at.
Let's see.
And again, whatever. I love Adam Sandler. He's got enough money for 8 lifetimes over. He's killing it. Fuck me. Fuck my opinion. But I feel like the Puminati should listen to my review more than yours, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Sandy Wexler. Speaking of Baba Booey, there's a Baba Booey appearance in that.
That one's supposed to be good, isn't it?
It was okay. It wasn't a micro dick.
What's the one with him and Chris Rock?
The week of.
Jesus fucking Christ.
The week of.
Oh my God, that was brutal.
Yeah, I got a micro dick that one too.
Yeah, I'm retroactively micro dicking that one. I don't even think we had a micro dick back then.
We did not. That predates the micro dick.
I'm trying to see if there's any I forgot. I think that's it, right? Grown Ups 2 was in theaters. I never
You're
saw.
just going over straight to Netflix movies?
Yeah, Blended. I never saw Blended either. Another
That's the one
Drew
with
Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
Sounds like a smoothie store reality TV show.
A little bit, yeah.
No, it's I think less interesting than that.
As someone who works at
man.
an acai bowl store, there is
Shuddy
no good
is-
reality TV shows there.
Shuddy is
or
pissed
content,
tonight.
But yet this place or this
No,
company-
I've seen bits and pieces of Blended, and it's not entertaining or interesting.
All
Yeah,
right.
I mean, again, the guy's legacy is so fucking ironclad and just
I don't
That
disagree with you. I mean, Big Daddy, Mr. Deeds, I enjoy very much. Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore. I mean, I know he wasn't in Grandma's Boy, but he was heavily involved in that one.
I love Waterboy.
Waterboy. But
Punch Drunk Love. Like, I think I've said this before. I expect Adam Sandler to win an Oscar. Like, I feel like he's gonna be like he's a great actor.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's probably gonna be. I could see him winning more Oscars than making classic comedy movies. Because I don't know. I heard some analysis, I think from Bill Simmons it was, but someone who made a good point just about how he's a father now and like a lot of his movies, like he would like his kids maybe to watch. He's just never gonna. I just don't see him getting to raunchy type comedy for a while, and that's probably what like is gonna make me laugh the hardest.
Well, Do Over was R-rated, wasn't it?
What was?
Do Over? The one with Spade? We watched it, I think.
I don't remember this, but
Where they fake their own deaths and like go to a tropical island or some shit. I think we watched that together.
Jesus, it was not memorable.
No. Well, at least we know he's not going to stop trying.
Can we put some Puminati homework out there? Maybe did Shuddy, how many episodes of The Boys are you through?
I just have the very last one to watch.
So can we try to tell Puminati to catch up, and we'll do a Boys review next week?
Sure.
Yeah, I finished it.
Yeah, I finished it right before we started recording. For some reason I thought you guys fully watched it, so that's why I asked to delay the recording because I wanted to make sure that I was caught up. But whatever.
I watched another straight to Netflix new release Halloween theme movie.
All right, cool. Keep talking. I'm gonna do a little.
I also have several reviews.
Oh my goodness!
I'm gonna go to my
All right.
green room and do a bull rip, but I'm still listening.
Oh, Good thing you spoke in code, so no one will know what you're doing
Yeah.
off camera, as opposed to just doing it on camera.
It's fine. I don't want to show them.
Well, make sure you keep your shirt pulled down so nobody sees your vagina. Oh.
That's not funny.
Fuck you, Jeff.
That's not also. I don't think that's a woke joke in 2020.
Oh, well.
Vaginas are cool, Kevin.
Looks like our network is going to have to cancel us.
You know, even if Jeff is a man with a vagina, we need to accept him for who he is. Oh, while he's away.
Dookie Boy the Hermaphrodite?
Hold on. Talk about your movie.
Okay. I watched Vampires versus the Bronx.
You better not change my name, you motherfucker.
Have you guys heard of that?
Oh, I thought I saw like a movie poster for that, but I feel like it was a straight to DVD movie that I never caught.
No.
What is it?
Brand new, came out this past week, straight to Netflix.
Okay.
It's like a what's it called? It's like it's a PG-13 young adult horror movie comedy. About
That sounds awful.
These kids that live in the Bronx, and then they find out that their neighborhood is being gentrified by vampires.
Okay. Gentrified by vampires.
Yeah, like literally. Like they're also sucking people's blood, but then they're taking over their businesses and turning them into like Whole Foods type places.
Sure.
I just, I was gonna put something on like I don't know, like Community or The Office or something while I ate dinner, and when I opened up Netflix, that just started auto playing like the trailer for it, and I was like, oh. And then I saw its runtime, and it's like an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes, and I was like, I'll fucking check this out. Vampire movie, sure, why not?
Is there satire in it? Like, does it have any meaning behind it? Because they are gentrifying boroughs in the city.
I mean, I'm sure it is a metaphor of pasty white people showing up and taking over. Because vampires are usually pasty white people.
Sure.
Really an allegory for Christopher Columbus.
Jeez. Talk about someone misunderstood, am I right?
But first scene has Zoe Saldana closing up in a nail salon, and then who shows up? Shea Wiggum.
Our boy Shay.
Yeah. I was like, oh, fuck yeah. I don't even care if this movie sucks ass. I just like watching The Master at work.
Yeah. The movie couldn't be that bad if he's in it. Or
it wasn't that bad. It had its, cute moments. It had its fun Halloween moments. Doesn't drag its ass. There's this one kid he's like kind of like a squirrely little dork of the group, and he's always wearing metal t-shirts. I think in his first scene he's wearing a Ghost shirt, and then he's got a Slayer shirt at some point. So anytime there's metal shout outs, I'm always into that.
You said Ghost, I was really thinking about Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore.
Yeah, there's this prog metal band who's basically like Blue Oyster Cult if they were Satan worshippers.
That could be cool. I'm not into the Satan themes, but prog metal. That's interesting.
The Satan themes really offend him.
I'm just, I don't think it's that cool. I'm not a big Satan. If anything, I would side with God over Satan. Believe it or not, I know it makes me a pussy, but I'm going babyface over here, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you're just hedging your bets, just in case you die and God's there like, see, I told you I was real, Dookie boy.
I mean, like,
like, oh, did you check that episode of MSPH where I chose you over the devil?
I don't want to get too. Listen, I don't want to get too political here or alienate any Puminati, but if you believe in God and Satan and you choose Satan, you are a fucking idiot. Like, what a fucking stupid human. Like, why would you think an eternity in hell would be anywhere? Like, how is that better than an eternity of paradise? Like, how could you even talk yourself into it? Like, it's just, It's the most ridiculous line of thinking ever.
If you
I'm sorry,
talk to any death metal band, they're all fucking atheists.
Sure.
Like, none of them
fine.
actually believe Satan exists and worship him. They just
No,
it's like metal is like the horror movie genre of music.
Of course, I'm actually not talking about them. There are people that like are Satanists, whatever that fucking means.
Even being a
talking about those
Satanist
people.
doesn't mean you worship Satan.
I'm talking about Bad Dad.
I haven't looked too far into it, but I think there's a different term for people that believe God and Satan are real, and actually are like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna be homies with the guy that wants to burn me for eternity. And
Okay.
I don't exactly know what those. They're probably just straight up called Satan worshippers, I'd imagine.
Point is,
I don't think there's
God's
any true-
way cooler than Satan, and you're a fucking idiot if you think otherwise.
There we go. Very divisive words from
Yeah,
our own
hot take, right?
Cheval cocks in my mouth.
Hot take. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a political tangent.
But yeah, in closing, I'll give Vampires versus the Bronx. It's like 2.75 dicks. Like, all right, that'll do.
2.5 of those dicks are going to Shea Wiggum.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's safe. That's
How
safe.
long was he in the movie?
I mean, he's just a prominent bad guy, so he's got a handful of scenes, and he fucking crushes every single one of them. That man's a G. Shuddy, why don't you hop in and do one?
Okay. The Shudder subscription has been really getting its uses.
What? Hold on. What brand of notebook is that? Is that 5-star?
No, it is True Red. It is Staples brand. It was $2. So
Money's tight around the Miller household.
no, there's just what the fuck do you need a fancy notebook for?
Not smoking any more blunts, I take it. I'm just teasing you. All right, keep going. What are we?
Oh,
reviewing?
I've been buying cold weather gear left and right.
For your blunt?
No, for me. I bought like the Vans winter sneakers and I bought a new jacket. But anyway, on Shudder, I mentioned it last week as a movie that I had in my queue. We watched The Ranger, which is about a bunch of punks who Jeff changed his name to the fucking dragon. Who get in trouble at a show, and in order to hide from the cops, they go to one of their family's cabins, and something happens at the beginning of the movie that the girl never goes back to the cabin, and then the ranger ends up terrorizing them.
Okay, I think I have the IMDb page for it pulled up.
Yeah, say this again. I'm going to pull up the IMDb.
The
page.
Ranger.
Wow, clocks in at a whopping 1 hour and 17-minute runtime.
Yep.
And it looks like it has a worse score than Hubie Halloween.
Really? Overall, I enjoyed it. None of the characters were likable, even remotely. Like, it was one of those where, like, I don't care that this fucking asshole just got murdered brutally. There's no reason to feel any way about them. I enjoyed the soundtrack. The plot was, was loose at best. The soundtrack was cool. I might have said that already.
You did?
It was fucking cheesy. It was silly. But
Is it violent?
Very violent.
All right, that's always a plus.
Yeah, that's where it gets the points from me, is for the violence.
I'm trying to find like is it rated R? What's the rating on it?
It would have to be rated R.
Okay.
There's no way it's not.
All right.
There's like disemboweled bodies.
Oh, this guy Jeremy Holm. He's fuck. Isn't he in Breaking Bad? Am I thinking of the wrong guy?
He's got credits from House of Cards and Mr. Robot.
His name is. No, he might be in House of Cards. Yeah, House of Cards. That guy and Mr. Robot. Yeah, and my bad. Does he play like a scary government agent in Mr. Robot? You know what I'm talking about?
Mr. Sutherland. I don't remember that character.
Because he plays a scary government official in House of Cards, and I feel like he should be typecast doing that. Not to say that's the only thing he can do, but he does it so well that I would like to see him in that role all the time.
All right.
Well, he plays the park ranger who murders all of these
He's the bad guy.
young
Right.
folks.
So, yeah, like a shitty government official, a park ranger.
Yep. Yeah. I mean,
That's what I'm
so
saying.
that checks your
Perfect.
boxes for him, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm going to watch this.
But it was again, it was super quick. I'm really enjoying these horror movies on Shudder that clock in around like 80 minutes. Like it's real easy to get through those. Like even if they're bad, you're like, okay, we've got 20 more minutes. We can power through. But it was violent, and I like the soundtrack. It gets I'm gonna suck 3 ranger dicks.
Oh, that might convince him not to kill you.
Not if he heard the scale. That's not going to satisfy him. Will you do a hand job just to get?
He has an unnatural obsession with the girl whose cabin it is from when she was a child.
Oh, so he's a pedo.
So, I mean, like, he's a terrible guy.
I mean, Sleepers is a good movie, though.
Sleepers, yeah, but it's not a good movie because of how the warm and fuzzies Kevin Bacon gives you in it.
No, but he's a shitty guy, and you're rooting against him, and it adds to the effect of the story, I think.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, three ranger dicks.
All right, that's fair.
And then also last night we sat down to find another movie, sort of like Green Room, to watch. And I had picked 2. And the one I was leaning towards, Sharon said, we shouldn't watch that. You're not going to like it. And I don't know if you've seen it, either of you, but have you heard of a movie called Hush?
I think
I thought that was with Will Smith.
No. That's
Hitch.
Hitch, yeah. I couldn't think of it. But no, what it is,
Kevin James. That's pretty good.
It's about a writer who is at a cabin. We did not watch this movie, but it leads into it's an explanation into how we got to this movie that we did. Anyway, and she's in a cabin by herself in the woods and is being terrorized by a killer.
Okay. So did you watch Cabin in the Woods instead?
I like that concept. However, the writer, the main character in the movie is a deaf mute. So Sharon's like, we cannot watch this because there will be almost no dialogue and it will drive you crazy.
But it was a South by Southwest official selection.
Or if he signs the whole movie and then it's subtitles and Shuddy's like, yeah.
Well, like what it shows in the trailer is like she's on her Apple notebook, whatever they're called, iBooks, maybe not.
MacBook.
Not. Yep, that's it, MacBook. And he goes into the house and takes her phone and then like iMessages her on the computer a picture of herself sitting there looking at the computer. And that's how she knows something is off.
No, that's pretty good. He just
so
airdrops her a picture of his dick.
So instead, we watched the full of dialogue Nicolas Cage vehicle called Mandy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen Mandy.
About an hour into it, I looked at Sharon and said, I can't imagine Hush has that much less dialogue than this movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
there was
long
not
stretches.
a lot of talking in this movie.
And very long, drawn
all.
out scenes.
Yeah, and they're trippy and they're intense and visually they're like, it did bother me that there wasn't a lot of dialogue, but I was really, really stoned. So those long periods of no dialogue with everything, the movie caused me a lot of like agita, a lot of anxiety.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, when Mandy gets it, I mean, it's no spoiler. The whole movie is about Nick Cage getting revenge on these, like, what are they, Satan worshippers or something that kill his
no, he
his
thinks
chick?
he's the
Insane worshippers.
I got the impression that he thinks he's the Messiah.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, they're like a cult leaders, right?
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, I it's been a minute since I've seen it, but the scene where she dies is pretty intense.
Wait, are we talking about a movie or Nick Cage real life?
Movie.
Okay, I'm just kidding.
And Nick Cage was full blown Nick Cage in this movie.
Oh yeah, you get some great Cage flip outs.
The scene in the bathroom after Mandy's murdered, where he's in just a long sleeve T-shirt, a pair of tighty whities, and he's chugging a bottle of vodka and just screaming and grunting and crying and chugging and screaming and chugging and groaning is just like, I was like, this is what we're here for. This is
the full Nick Cage experience.
Yes.
When you guys are ever reviewing Nick Cage movies, I always go to IMDb, look them up, and then I go through the photos and just look at just stills of Nick Cage doing his fucking thing.
Yeah, because I recently rewatched the other great recent Nick Cage horror movie, Color Out of Space.
That one is weird. Well, not that Mandy wasn't weird, but that one...
Shit crazy?
I feel like you had some misgivings about it, or...
Oh, no, I loved it when I saw it in theaters, and I loved it watching it again at home. I fucking love that movie. It's got such an awesome, like, tone to it. The music is super eerie. I just like watching... Like, you know, it's got a great setup for a horror movie. You got this nice family that you're rooting for, and then a whole bunch of horrible shit happens to them, and Nick Cage, again... out of his fucking mind. He does a Trump voice throughout it. Like when he's like going nuts, he goes, okay, here's what I'm going to do, okay. Like there's no doubt in my mind he's trying to do a Trump voice, but that's just him when the alien has him all whacked out.
Is this Trump takes on the record?
I don't know.
You know if, like,
I don't know, but I would bet my scrotum on it. I keep my balls if I'm wrong, but you can take the scrot.
Do you think
they
enough.
Don't work without the scrot, Kevin?
I'll make a makeshift scrot.
They're worthless.
Do you take it as him trolling Donald Trump or paying homage to him?
I don't take it as either. I think he probably was on set, and they're like, all right, here, you're a little wacky in this scene. It's getting to you. You're mentally starting to snap. And he just did a voice, and it just happened to be Trump.
It says, when I just searched Nicolas Cage, Donald Trump, is that this is a genre indictment of the Trump administration.
Wait, for what? The Color Out of Space?
Correct.
Oh.
I don't know what that means. Can you explain that to me as if I were five? A genre indictment of Donald Trump?
Yeah, so it's a horror movie that's...
You okay, Shuddy?
Critical? That's critical. There we go. Critical of the Trump administration.
Thank you.
Okay, after seeing that movie twice and also having watched it this past week, so it's fresh in my mind, I have no idea what he's talking about.
Of course you don't, you libtard.
I don't see what anything in that movie has to do with Trump, other than there's points where he sounds like him when he's flipping out. Like it's clearly him doing an impression of Trump without ever mentioning it. I didn't pick up on anything political in that movie, but...
We better not get a bad review over this.
From who?
I don't know. Someone who's triggered.
Nick Cage.
Someone can be triggered.
Oh, come
Between
on.
that and my...
If you've made it
we're-
this
we're-
far,
yeah,
if you've made it this
between
far
me
into
and the
MSPH
Satan.
to the point where you're listening to this episode, you don't get triggered. We're all just having fun here.
Oh, I'll give it a shot.
No,
Want me to
that
give it a
wasn't an
shot?
invitation for you to try, Jeff.
That wasn't a challenge.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, Mandy, I remember Shuddy when I watched. I've only seen it once, but the first half of that movie, I liked the style and visually, but it, like you said, there's not a lot of dialogue. The scenes are
It
very
was
long.
very dark, and what dialogue there was whispered for like the first 40 minutes of the movie. But no, it was enjoyable. It felt a lot longer than 2 hours though. It was very slow moving.
That end though is fucking crazy. That's where the dude pulls out like a 7-foot chainsaw, right?
I
never seen
loved
with
that chainsaw fight. Yeah,
So fucking
It was
cool.
like that scene in 1989's Batman where the Joker pulls the handgun out of his pants,
Yes.
and it's got that comically long barrel.
Yeah.
This guy picks up a chainsaw and just pulls it into view, and it's just got like a 7-foot long blade.
Fucking
and then
awesome.
him and Nicolas Cage sword fight with chainsaws.
So
it's
sick.
fucking amazing.
Yeah. So, what are your final thoughts on Mandy?
I'm sucking 3.5 Mandy dicks.
Yeah, it's a solid
Where
flick.
did you watch this?
Shudder.
Yeah, Shudder's got Color Out of Space as well.
Yes, it does.
And I
Shudder
think,
is I'm enjoying the subscription.
me too.
I am-
Fucking Shudder kicks ass.
This what the fuck did I just watch is really changing my view on things a little bit.
Yeah, it's. I think it's only like $5 a month too. I have it as like a Prime add-on, so it's just.
I don't know how much I'm paying for it.
I'm pretty sure it's only $5. Okay. So, yeah, this Spectre Vision is Elijah Wood's production company that just churns
Did
out
see
weird
that he
movies.
was an executive producer on this. on
Man,
Mandy.
he's. I'm a huge fan of his. He kicks ass. I love the horror stuff he's doing recently. Like, I didn't really enjoy Daniel Isn't Real, but I appreciated what they were trying to do with it. Mandy kicked ass. Color Out of Space kicked ass. I really liked Greasy Strangler. That is, you want to try and trigger Jeff? Just mention the Greasy Strangler.
Yeah, I'm already over this conversation.
And Cooties. I didn't realize Cooties was a Spectre Vision movie. I got to go see a press screening of that a while ago, and it's Elijah Wood's like a teacher. I think he's a substitute teacher, and there's a zombie outbreak amongst all the little kids at the school. So they just have like little zombies chasing them around.
I still think his best movie is The Good Son with Macaulay Culkin.
I haven't
Never
seen
seen
I
that
don't
forever.
know. Green Street Hooligans is amazing.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was in that. Man,
Him
he's
and-
had like 4 different careers, all in
Him
show
and Charlie
business.
Hunnam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like the only good Charlie Hunnam thing outside of Undeclared.
And he did a weird movie. I think it's either on Prime or Shudder called Come to Daddy. It's
Spelled
really-
C-U-M, right?
It's like he goes and visits his estranged dad, and then a whole bunch of weird shit happens. But I thought that one was kind of cool. Did you have any other things you needed to review, Shuddy?
How far are you? Have you finished Raised by Wolves?
No, I've got 3 episodes left. I'm kind of taking my time with it because I sort of petered out on it. It's become a little bit of a chore for me, just because it's so dry and sterile. Like everything is gray and like kind of washed out, and I kind of the woman who's the android, the necromancer, like she's started to annoy me. I don't like the way
The
she.
Necromancer.
What did I call her?
No, just I'm thinking about Jeff and his
Oh yeah.
neck romancing.
That's how I hear it.
Yeah, she romances people's necks. I don't like that she walks around like a toddler that just learned to walk. Like, why is she always sticking her fucking belly out? She looks like she has to take a big shit or something. Like, what are you doing? Just
Alligator arms out to the side.
Yeah,
I think it's to make her more androgynous.
I feel like the director should just call cut and be like, go poop. Go take your poop.
Yeah, cool. Quit walking around all wobbly.
Yeah, come back and walk like a grown-up, and we'll finish the scene. And I don't like that the kid's name is Campion. That pisses me off. Oh, Campion.
It is obnoxiously annoying.
But I'm still watching it. I do like the dude who has like the burned face.
Travis Bickle. No,
Yeah.
that's not his name.
Something
No.
like that. That guy's cool. Travis Bickle.
Fimmel. Travis Fimmel.
Travis Pickles, that's the taxi driver.
Oh, shit.
That's a good character.
Have you finished it, Shuddy?
Yes.
Thumbs up or
That's
thumbs
why
down?
I asked. I don't want to spoil too much. I was not big on the ending.
Okay.
It does set it up for a second season, which I believe has been confirmed. I just,
I'll get there. It's just going to take me some time.
So when you finish it, I would like to discuss it with you, probably off air, so we don't spoil anything.
Okay. All right. Well, we can move on to some emails, if that's cool with you guys.
Sure.
This is an email from Jamie, who says, "Hey guys, on the topic of farting your arousal away." So just in case anybody missed it, I was talking about how sometimes I can be looking at some sexy images on my phone or something, and if I happen to cut the cheese and it smells bad, if I'm looking at like a video of a girl twerking or shaking her ass or something, I transfer the fart to her. I blame her for the fart. I'm like, ew, your fart stinks. And I get all bummed out, and I'm no longer horny. And I mentioned
You
that.
smelt the Delta.
I mentioned that on the podcast, and surprisingly enough, I was on an island with that take. So that's what Jamie is referring to in this email. Jamie says, I haven't done that specifically, but I have shit the bed while my wife was riding me. She was very understanding about it, and also the time a few years ago when in Missionary my phone rang on full volume just before climax and scared me. So I quickly reached for it and punched her in the eye. She had a black eye for 2 to 3 days. She's a trooper. By the way, it was a chunky peanut butter consistency, not a log. Thanks for doing the show. No, thank you, Jamie, for pooping while you have sex with your wife.
Yeah. I mean, I've never done anything that bad, and I'm single as fuck. You must have a lot of money or just a 10-pound dick, Jamie. So God bless you. Maybe both. I mean, based on your marriage and sex faux pas, I would say you need a 10-inch or a 10-pound dick and a lot of money to get through that.
Have you ever farted mid-coitus, Jeff?
No.
You looked up at the ceiling after saying no and then reaffirmed it. Have you done anything close to that?
No, I've been in the company of a fart mid-coitus.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Did it
That's like
ruin
Kevin's
things,
worst nightmare.
or did you plow through the fart? No pun intended.
I plowed through the fart. I was a veteran at that point with the female farting. So
Did you laugh, or did it not even? Did you not break?
No, I did did you have to? Like a disapproving look, like not now.
Really?
Yeah,
Now is the time for farts?
I still have it, but the boner could be gone based on what you just did with your butthole.
Yeah, make the most of this time we have now. You got about like a 3-minute window where things could get a little noodly.
It was disappointing, but yeah, I don't have the same phobias with women farting as you do. You're let's be honest, you're a farting sexist, little farting stormfront.
A little bit, yeah. Bums me out. I don't want to be that way. Maybe I should get hypnotized. But then the guy might turn me into like a fart fucker. Like now I can only get hard when the girl's farting.
Yeah, now you need farts on your face.
Oh no. Yeah. I'll stay where I am for the time being. So like, how much of a pause did that put in things? There's like a fart,
Love the love making.
and you go, and give the little look. Is there any laughter, or is it just business as usual and you just keep going?
No, again, I gave a little look. I was like, she's like, come on, whatever. And I was like, all right, fine, whatever.
Oh, let me just make sure you didn't shit on my balls real quick.
All right, we're good.
Shuddy, have you ever farted while lovemaking?
No.
You paused. You totally did.
No, I was trying to think if I could think of a time I ever have, and I cannot. And I feel like that's something that I should, if I did it, I would be able to pinpoint it exactly.
All right.
We know the answer for you, Kevin, so whatever.
I haven't. I've never. I don't think I've ever had a girl fart on me.
Shitting the bed. I mean, I feel like you have to be really drunk, right? Like that's the only excuse for it. Because if you have like diarrhea or stomach issues to the degree where you could shit yourself or shit the bed having sex, I feel like you don't have sex, right? Like, nah, tonight's not good, honey.
I don't know if I've ever
the champion again with a 10-pound dick and a lot of money. He's whatever. James is like, I don't care. I do have to shit, and maybe I will here. She'll clean it up after I'm done doing the job because I'm so awesome. Let's shoot him a Zoom link. I gotta hear more about this.
All right. Well, yeah. The only other email we have is Patreon related, so I'll save it for that. But anybody else who wants to chime in, emails are open, madscientistpartyhour@gmail.com.
You didn't mean chime in, like us chime in right now. Sorry.
Oh, do you have something on your mind, Shuddy?
He just looked at his notes. Give it to us, Shuddy. What's up?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that on Twitter, an Arby's sandwich, that's his Twitter handle, his name's Edward, tweeted at me to try Mountain Dew Voltage, the purple one, with Malibu rum, because he thought I would like it. So Mountain Dew Voltage is like a raspberry Mountain Dew.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
And
I feel like if you like Mountain Dew, it sounds good. I don't like Mountain Dew.
It's not one of my preferences. It is not. I tried it, and that was the last time I had it prior to this. But mixed. Go ahead, Jeff.
I was gonna say, is regular Mountain Dew the standard, and everything is way behind it, or is there like the Mountain Dew Code Red, Live Wire, Baja Blast, whatever other?
All right,
variations
Baja Blast is the pinnacle.
Really?
All right, fair enough.
Baja Blast is the pinnacle for me. Then regular Mountain Dew, and then close to that is Code Red. But then I don't really fuck with any of the other ones. The Voodoo one, that's Halloween themed. It was a mystery flavor last year. Is quite enjoyable, but it's super sweet, and they say it's candy corn flavored, but I don't get that vibe from it. But that's enjoyable. But in my opinion, it would go Baja Blast, then Mountain Dew Throwback, then Mountain Dew.
What's Mountain Dew Throwback?
It's one that Pepsi does every now and then that has real sugar in it instead of corn syrup.
Oh, you know it's a good
So
good
it
way
comes in
because
the old cans.
I don't really drink soda anymore, but this was a tip. I want to say I maybe picked up from John Hine when I worked back in New York, but around the Jewish holidays, because I think corn syrup might be a no-no or something. A lot of sodas will switch to real sugar, and they put yellow caps on it. So the screw-off cap is yellow, indicating that it's real sugar.
Where is this?
I think this is everywhere. I think. I mean, I've been out of the soda game for a while, so it might have changed since then. But I heard him saying that around the Jewish holidays, they put those sodas out to make them kosher.
You know what's weird? I think about that, and in this climate, which is like a phrase I hate to use, but people are more dialed in on healthy stuff, or at least more like critical of unhealthy stuff. New York City don't they have like a soda tax in New York City?
I believe so. So
like that feels like a Pandora's box situation with the soda companies, and like if you start producing soda with real sugar, how do you ever produce something otherwise? Like how does it ever go back to like how could real sugar next to fake sugar from the same company be on the fucking on the shelves next to each other?
There'll be a spot for regular Mountain Dew, and next to it'll be the throwback Mountain Dew.
Like it literally in my head, like I read that and I'm like, okay, some cancer, mostly cancer. That's how I read it. It's like, okay, cool. Well, I'll go some cancer, of course. Like why wouldn't I go some cancer over mostly cancer?
I mean, that's why everybody at the taco trucks likes to get the bottle of Coke, because it's Mexican Coke made with sugar, not corn syrup.
Yeah.
It just tastes better.
Every time I go to Ralph's, I get not every time, but like when I go grocery shopping, I'll get like a few Mexican Cokes for like the week or for the month. Mexican Cokes are the best. And that's what I'm saying. Like I still drink fountain Coke here or there, even though I haven't been to a restaurant in a while, but like I'll get a fountain Coke with like fast food drive-through, stuff like that. But like if I'm at the store and I'm getting soda, it is always Mexican Coke.
Well,
I don't know how you could do otherwise. So,
I mean, while we're off on a snack tangent right now, I should point out for anybody who's a member of our Puminati Elite Extreme tier of Patreon, we did a very long, extended, three-way Zoom snack attack that is up on Patreon, if anybody wants to check that out.
That's also in my notes. That was a lot of fun. Thank you for
that was fun.
Letting me be a part of it.
Yeah, Snack Sommelier, Snack Galifianakis, and Snack Morris all combined to gangbang a Wendy's beer cheese sandwich. Check it out. It's the longest snack attack in history by a while, actually. I think I did close to 20 minutes on like my mom's Christmas cookies back last Christmas.
This one was like 35 minutes or something, right?
Yeah, dude. It took me like all night to export the video from Final Cut Pro. Like I just exported it and then went to sleep and then woke up and scheduled it the next morning. But yeah, thanks for coming on. That was so much fun.
I did find a snack that was new to me, probably not new to you, Jeff, but
could be.
So do you know that Target has its own like exclusives as far as Ben and Jerry flavors go?
What?
I'm pretty sure there are some Ben and Jerry flavors you can only get at Target.
Okay, when you say that, because I find like Vaughn's has different Ben and Jerry selections than Ralph's, which has different than Target, which has different than maybe Big Lots or 7-Eleven or whatever. So, like you're saying Target specific, like I don't get it. What do you mean?
I could be wrong.
Never heard of this.
I'm trying to Google it right now.
Yeah, you sound wrong.
Okay, well, here's a website, because I just Googled Ben & Jerry's Target exclusive flavors. There's one called Glampfire Trail Mix, and they say that's one you can only get at Target. I haven't had that one yet, but see, chocolate ice cream with crunchy pretzel swirls? Crunchy pretzel swirls and fudge-covered almonds. And marshmallow swirls.
This is I'm looking it up now. This is the Glampfire Trail Mix you're reading?
Yeah.
All right, I'm on the actual Ben & Jerry's page, landing page for this. I want to see if it specifically says not Trader Joe's, Target. It doesn't. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's just a situation where the only place you've seen it is Target.
Well, that article said it's exclusive to Target.
It doesn't say that on the website. It's
Target's
weird.
new
And
exclusive Ben & Jerry's flavor is camping inspired. That's what that... There's a couple articles saying it. Okay, either way, because I only thought it because it was with other flavors that on the lid, it written around it says exclusive flavor, and I've never seen it anywhere else. I got one called Peanut Butter World. Have you heard of that?
No. Man, maybe you're right.
Oh, man.
What the fuck, man?
You have to
these
try
pints?
this one.
No, they're the unusual gallon size.
Not funny. Not funny.
All right, so
They have smaller little fucking smaller serving like half pints. You fucking dick. I almost used the canceled word. I almost did. You know how you're behaving though. Trying to get me all riled up. All right. Peanut Butter World, you said? I'm looking for it.
Yes. So it's chocolate ice cream with peanut butter swirls and oh fuck, where did it go?
It's okay. It's not chocolate peanut butter split. It is peanut butter world. Come on. Control F.
Milk chocolate ice cream with peanut buttery swirls and chocolate cookie swirls.
Yeah. I see it now. I'm here. Where?
Dude,
okay.
it was if you get a spoonful that's got a nice ratio of chocolate ice cream with the peanut butter swirl with chocolate cookie crumble, it's fucking epic. It's so fucking good. I am not somebody who crushes a pint in one sitting. I usually get full or get a tummy ache or the self-control kicks in and it's like, all right, dude, save diabetes for your 50s or 60s. It's
rare that I don't eat a whole
Put a
pint.
percentage on how... Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Kevin, put a percentage on how often you finish a pint.
I don't.
Well, I thought you were leading into saying that you did finish
No,
one
so what
here.
I did, I wasn't even hungry. I just got home and wanted to try it. And it was so fucking good, I couldn't stop eating it. And then my spoon hit the bottom of the container. And I was like, what are you fucking doing? Like, I don't even think I had breakfast yet.
So... So I'm on Ben & Jerry's site, and they have this thing. You can like click into each pint, each flavor, and then you can find like a delivery option, instant delivery near you. And you put in your zip code or use my location, and there's mad places around here that actually have this. It's funny, like you can. So I guess 7-Eleven has it, and 7-Eleven has their own delivery service.
For real?
And there's Uber Eats and Postmates and DoorDash.
Because when I pulled it up on the Ben & Jerry's website and you click the Where to Buy button, all that shows up are Targets.
Interesting. So yeah, it doesn't say anything here. I'm sending you guys the link now. So, but it's next to your or it's going off of your zip code.
I guess.
Okay.
Man, I'm telling you, those like, because you're a fan of chocolate cookies, right? Not chocolate chip cookies, but actual just the dark brown chocolate cookies.
Fuck yeah, dude! Chocolate with white chocolate. My mom makes them every Christmas. I suck 6 of those dicks.
These
Fucking
things,
phenomenal.
like it's just ground up dust of those cookies swirled into it with peanut butter. It's epic.
This is just where you can order any Ben & Jerry's from for delivery. This isn't that particular flavor.
It isn't because I'm on the flavor, or I click through the flavor.
No, it just is showing.
Because I was about to drive to all those stores, and if I struck out at all of them looking for Peanut Butter World, I'm exploring for Peanut Butter World. If I couldn't find Peanut Butter World, I would have fucking been not a happy camper.
I'm telling you, check it. You should check it out. Maybe do a snack attack on it. I have a feeling it's going to be a hit amongst the Clark, at least Jeff Clark household.
No,
The Clark taste buds.
let me tell you, Bill. I don't know about Cheech, but Bill likes chocolate and peanut butter even more than I do.
Really?
If you can believe that, yeah, for sure. For sure. It's crazy how much. I think he got Cold Stone chocolate and peanut butter sundae that they do. Their chocolate peanut butter blast. I forget what it is, but like, yeah, he's always getting chocolate peanut butter combinations.
So circling back, we're very snacky today. Shuddy, I was Googling Mountain Dew flavors because for some reason I just feel like Mountain Dew Code Red seems like a new thing, but then I was like, wait a second, there's no way Mountain Dew Code Red is
That was the
all
first
that new.
real flavor that they...
Yeah, it was.
I thought Live Wire was.
Nope.
Code Red was introduced in 2001.
And all Code Red is
Nine-
Cherry Mountain Dew.
Yeah, 19 years ago. And according to my Googling, Code Red got discontinued this year.
Ooh.
Or maybe last year,
Shuddy.
May 4th, 2019.
Yep.
Then I don't know how I'm still buying it.
Man, why can't Google just be fucking accurate? Why is it feeding me fake news? This is bullshit. Oh.
Yeah, I get Code Red frequently.
Why am I getting fucking search results from Mountain Dew Canada's official Twitter account?
Mountain Dew Canada, so they canceled it in Canada.
Yeah.
Great.
And it seems like Mountain Dew Voltage is also canceled.
Jeez. What did all these Mountain Dews do to get canceled? Do they say racist things?
Canadians just don't like them. They're one of the few things Canadians hate, other than Americans.
Yeah, they're very passive.
I think Voltage got
That's
discontinued
not-
this
that's not-
year.
Pacifist. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry, Kevin. What was that?
I saw a result that said Mountain Dew Voltage got discontinued in 2020, and then when I clicked the link, it opened up some fucking bullshit site. I need help. I need an adult.
You're gonna get a virus on your computer
I know.
looking at
I
Mountain
know.
Dew flavors.
Can't you only get Mountain Dew Baja Blast at fucking Taco Bell?
Taco Bell. Yep. They release it in the springtime. In the stores, and I buy it like crazy
You ever mix it with weed lean?
all the time.
Oh god, you give me so awesome.
I actually have 2 bottles of Baja Blast in the fridge that I'm saving for a special occasion.
Yeah, like yours and
Jared's
Sharon's
like, "Are you ever
anniversary.
gonna drink that?" I'm like, "Sometime I will." Yes.
When the Eagles make the playoffs.
Yeah, he just shakes
When
it up
there's
and twists the
something
cap
worth
and sprays it
celebrating.
everywhere.
I'll drink it.
It's like your victory cigar.
Like most people do that with like expensive champagne or wine, and Shuddy Boy just has Baja Blast.
I have 2 16-ounce bottles of Baja Blast in the fridge. The boys are like, "Can we drink this?" And I'm like, "Absolutely not."
Yeah, sure. If you want your fucking fingers cut off.
Eagles.
If you want to be homeless.
Have you checked the expiration date on it?
There was a time when I had at one point when they first started releasing Baja Blast at the stores, I stocked up enough and had it in the basement at the house in Bethlehem. I had enough of an inventory to get through from when they stopped it in the spring to when they brought it back the next spring.
I like your commitment.
I am not that bad with it anymore, but I drink it. You can drink soda past the expiration date. It's no big deal.
Whatever, yeah.
That's how the zombie apocalypse
it's not
starts.
like it could be soda could be worse for you.
Yeah.
It's
Or
all
it'll just
expired.
start tasting like shit.
I don't think I've ever met an expired bottle of soda, to be honest.
I couldn't tell it was expired. If the tag on the bottom didn't say that it was past its best by date, I wouldn't have known any different.
Well, what do you guys say? we sort of wind things down with a few
voicemails. Yay! I say let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down too.
Looks like the same number called in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times on Sunday.
Oh, that's got to be.
Yikes. All right, well, there's a few people that called in before that person, so let's hear a couple of these.
Hey, what's up, guys? Chief Brody again. Jeff, I just was listening to the Easter egg, and you're talking about snowmobiling. Anytime any of y'all want to go snowmobiling, let me know. Me and my boys, we go all winter long. So I work all summer, work my ass off, and then during the winter I consider myself a professional snowmobiler because I collect unemployment and go get my sled buried. So, yeah, let me know. Take it easy, boys.
Thanks for the invite, Chief Brody.
Something about the way he said "about" makes me think he's not near us, Jeff.
He's in Minnesota, which is where they would snowmobile.
That sounds like good snowmobiling territory, actually.
His wife, if I remember, said something either in Slack or Discord about not being a fan of the snowmobiling trips.
Oh.
Or, was she the former women's champion? Red Rage? Blork?
Yes, correct.
It's a good American couple. If I'm ever up in Minnesota, I'll definitely hit you. And it's snowmobiling season, I'll hit you up.
Oh, shit, he left a voicemail before this. Whoops. Let's see what this
pulling
one is.
our invitation.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Chief Brody. I'm calling about that dude that needed to pass the piss test. There's this stuff called Quick Fix. If you Google it, you'll be able to find it. It's in like most smoke shops, head shops, all that sort of shit. But it's, from what I've understood from my research, is it's what's used to calibrate the piss test machine. So it comes out to where you're clean and you're good to go. It's got a little indicator for temperature on there, so you can get it to the right spot. It comes with a hand warmer to warm it up. It's also a nice feeling on the back of your nuts, unless it gets too hot, and it's very uncomfortable, so be careful. Whizzinator's another option. Watch out, though, because there's a dude I work with who went out, bought a Whizzinator, had his buddy pissing something for it. I don't know, like the little satchel or whatever the fuck comes with it. And he put it in his pants, and as he got out of his car to walk into the piss test thing, the fucking balloon popped or whatever, and he pissed all over himself. So one of my buddies pissed all over another one of my buddies. And, yeah, anyways, that's just a funny story. But, yeah, Quick Fix, that shit works. Anyways, you guys are fucking awesome. I'll continue listening. Bye.
Hey, thanks, friend.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, it's so silly. Fucking drug testing. Like,
it's an invasion of privacy is what it is.
I agree. If you're putting in a performance that should keep you employed, what you're doing during the off hours shouldn't be a factor.
Not at all.
And if somebody's at a point where their drug use is affecting their job performance, well, their job performance is suffering. You don't have to drug test them. Just fucking fire them. You suck at work. You suck at job. Be gone.
Yeah, this isn't a drug issue. This is a performance issue.
Exactly.
I'm not here to parent you.
Oh, okay. Okay, I hope this is what I think it is.
It'll be either Chewy or Poopin' Kathy.
It's neither, but so when we did the snack bracket, a.k.a. the Snack It, there was one Puminati in particular who was extraordinarily upset at how far Smart Food popcorn made. And he has been saying in Slack and Discord that his voicemail was forgotten. And I was like, wait a second. We would never not play a voicemail from that guy. What the hell's going on here? So while Chief Brody's voicemail was playing, I scrolled back way far back and saw that there was an unplayed one from, and I'm not going to say it because it might be his job, but it looked spammy. And we've gotten a few like robocalls into the voicemail line, and they just leave like, you know, like the robocalls you get. Who wants to hear that on a podcast? So I clicked on it, and the transcription says it's from Deep Voice Mike. So,
Voice of God.
are you guys ready to get your ass chewed out from 4 months ago?
Wait a second.
Hold on. Talk for a minute or two.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I was never like. I respect Smart Food Popcorn's. I don't know. I respect its attachment to the snack community or its presence in the snack community. And my brother is a huge Smart Food Popcorn fan. But like, I don't deserve the wrath of Deep Voice Mike like you do.
No fucking weaseling out of this, you slimy bastard.
No, I put it on the bracket. That's fine. But like, I never was going to vote it ahead of Chips. And I feel like that's what really pissed him off in the end.
I'm ready now.
Oh, Shuddy is fully ready. He's got a bag of Smart Food.
Oh, you're trolling the Deep Voice Mike. Okay. Great. We're going to lose a list.
All right, here we go.
It's delicious.
Mad Scientist Party Hour. This is Mike from Missouri. Let me start off by saying that anytime I find myself on the same side of an argument with Jeff, I have to take a step back and reevaluate how I got here because, as you know, Jeff is a self-described contrarian, and he has some hot takes that I can't get down with. But this time he is clearly on the right side of history. The fact that both Kevin and Shuddy voted popcorn over potato chips is a travesty. A screw job of this level reminds me of the 80s and 90s Olympic figure skating judging, where like the Olympic German and the Soviet judges would conspire to ensure that the Soviet bloc competitor would get higher marks than the others. Kevin and Shuddy, do you really want to be on the side with communists? Maybe you're on the dole from Big Corn and they could bribe you to. I don't know. Maybe Jeff didn't properly convey all the potato chips have to offer. For the love of God, there's some heavy hitters out there. Ruffles, Lay's, Kettle Cooked, Pringles. Then you have your regional brands like Jay's and Uncle Bill's and Uncle Ray's and Rodeo Bill's and many others. I don't know if we can retroactively change what happened. But then again, why can't we? We can just say that it turns out that Big Popcorn had some players in the tournament that were ineligible, and they had to vacate their victory, and Potato Chips moves on. With all the wrongs in this world that we can't fix right now, let's make this right. Puminati, please tweet your support for Potato Chips and use the hashtag Snackgate. Later, guys.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. Voice of God is pissed.
That was quite the potato chip stump speech. And we needed him here during the snack bracket to make such a case because maybe he could have flipped one of you two. I know you're pretty.
We just got accused of packing the courts. Look, there's no bribing. There's no communist plot. Smart Food's fucking delicious.
Yeah, I paid for well, Sharon picked them up at the grocery store. We didn't get them for free.
I just think that here's a Deep Voice Mike just needs to suck it up and deal with it. This is the bullshit that I have to deal with. This is what comes with love. This is what comes with relationships. You got to put up with people's bullshit.
Shitting in
sometimes.
the bed.
Yeah, exactly. These guys shit the bed when it came to popcorn versus potato chips, and I got to sit in it. I'm sitting in that poopy fucking bed and just smiling, saying, "Guys, I still love you." I mean, if you were, they tried to vacate USC's championship title because Reggie Bush may or may not bought his family a home with money he shouldn't have gotten for playing college football. But everyone agrees that that's bitch shit, and we don't follow that. So that's just not something that I can get down with, Mike. And as much as, I love potato chips. I had them as a 1 seed for a reason, and I would have voted them all the way through. But it's just not the rules. We just can't do that. It just can't happen. Sorry. It's America, and we still fucking do democracy around here, Mike. I'm sorry.
At least at MSPH we do. This is a voicemail that I believe might be specifically directed at Jeff.
Uh-oh.
Hey, it's me, Blippi. I'm coming for you November 7th, Jeff. I'm going to take everything from you. Your belt, your self-respect, your anal virginity. It's all going to be mine. When Allie sees what a little bitch you're going to be on that floor crying, she's gonna be my bitch. You're gonna have to change your nickname from the Dragon to the Gaggin', because you're gonna be gagging on my cock, bitch. I'm coming for revenge. It will be mine.
Fucking Blippy calling in with MSPH wrestling promos.
Yeah. Blippy's bringing the heat.
He's gonna steal your
good
dog.
Thing I started training for our match this past weekend. I'm doing long jogs. I'm good. Don't worry. I'm going to be ready for this match, Blippy. And I'm going to retain my hardcore championship and my bitch. You're not taking my bitch. As a matter of fact, if you do beat my ass, she's staying loyal to me. That's what kind of bitch she is.
All right. Well, I guess we can skip ahead because we're getting close to the end of the show. And let's see what this guy who called in 5 million times has to say. At least for one voicemail. We'll see.
What's up, guys? I am Hyper Chris. You guys have talked to me before. I've been listening to you for, I think, 4 or 5 years. I fucking love your podcast. You are probably one of the best podcasts I've ever listened to. I just started watching the shit on your YouTube. Kevin, you look badass with your fucking beard. Keep growing that thing, man. I have a huge beard. You should do that. Actually, which is really weird, Jeff looks amazing. Jeff looks like a good dude. Whatever hairstyle he's got going on right now and shit, he needs to do it. But I'm a little bit...
Jeff, I was going to say something, but I didn't. Your hair looks different. You look like you're going for like a Chairman Mao kind of thing.
I just, whatever it does when I wake up out of bed, that's pretty much what I go with. But I have a front cowlick, and that's just how it looks. What did you say?
Oh my God. What do you just exploded your microphone.
You twirled your microphone around and...
Yeah, you got to stop.
I sound shitty now?
You're quiet again, yeah. You got to just leave your mic. Every time you touch it, you fuck with it. Oh, God. Now he's unplugging it. And now when he plugs it back in, there's going to be an explosion. And it's going to scare Shuddy.
Am I okay?
You're fine.
There we go. Okay.
Sorry about that. I was just trying to move my mic so I can like position my head so I could see it. I don't know what looks different about my haircut. I appreciate that, man. We need an MSPH stylist, and I like his positivity. We're going to put his resume to the front of the list. I'll tell you that.
I'm glad that I'm not going to lie. I got a little nervous when I saw 17 voicemails from this guy because usually if somebody calls in with that ferocity, that means they're pissed.
Well, he hasn't gotten to me yet.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, this might go downhill fast.
I don't think he was even finished with Jeff yet. Let's see what Hyper Chris is saying.
Worried about Shuddy. That motherfucker looks like he's 400 pounds. He looks like Cartman on the episode when Cartman was like addicted to, what was it, World of Warcraft or whatever the fuck they were doing. Like, Shuddy looks bad, dude. Like, Shuddy needs a run. I'm actually kind of worried about him, man. I'm seriously. Also...
Aren't you down weight, Shuddy?
Yeah, way down.
Shuddy just wears baggy shit. Shuddy's still in the...
Because I don't want to look... I do it so in an effort not to look fat on the camera. I've changed my shirt many times when I've sat down and turned on the webcam and be like, oh, I look fucking huge.
Well, what this great listener is saying is that isn't working.
Apparently not.
Yeah, don't be fooled by Shuddy's Jenkos and Johnny Blaze hoodies.
I just feel like you're reclining in a couch and I don't know.
I'm not sitting in the most flattering position, so
yeah. Thank you.
Just to let you guys know, you guys were talking about some shit on the podcast, and I decided that I was gonna let you know something very embarrassing. So me and my wife, we were having sex. It was awesome, and this was maybe a year ago, and we're butt-ass naked. We're going at it. And we have 2 chihuahuas, Nina and Daisy.
Uh-oh.
Who shit the
Daisy,
bed?
not so much because she's a big, fat fucking whore. But Daisy, she decided that she's going to come up on the bed while we were fucking, me and my wife were just going at it. I felt something really cold on my butthole. And I turned around, and this dog literally was sniffing and licking my butthole, like real quick, just like, and it destroyed the whole mood. I don't know, like, what you guys would do about that, but it was awful. Anyway, I love the podcast, and Shuddy needs to lose some weight because he looks very unhealthy, just to let you guys know. But anyway, love you guys. And Kevin, keep that beard. Grow it out more. Love you guys.
Wait, he doesn't love you, Shuddy. Well, at least not heavy Shuddy. Or actually slim down Shuddy. You might need to sit up. You might need to have more posture just to get this guy off your ass. Was that the second voicemail?
No, that was the first.
It's still the first. Okay. I was like, fuck, dude. He came with a right and then a left? Oh, my God.
Yeah, he brought the heat. He's got 6 more voicemails.
These are great. I was going to say we should do it like the podium.
Yeah.
We'll do one each week.
We'll space these out a little bit.
Because that was a good one, actually. There was a lot there. I think I asked Shuddy about this during the podcast once, about if he's ever had sex with Sharon with one of their dogs in the room or anything like that. And I think you said no, but like if that would ever, I don't know. Like I wonder, I haven't had sex since I had a dog, and she's always in my room. So I don't know. I guess I would have to boot her out when it comes to lovemaking time. Because I am not trying to get my butthole licked by Muffin, Allie Muffin.
Yeah, I have never had an animal try to interfere in my humping.
Not one of those pesky sugar gliders?
All right. I can see Shuddy's bummed out, so we should probably wrap things up.
No, I'm bummed out about what just happened on the fucking...
You threw a pick six?
No. Fucking Hail Mary, last play of the game. I defended it. It jumped up in the air. The opposing team caught it and scored the game-winning touchdown. Yeah.
Bummer. Well, it's always next season, you know?
Yep. Like this stupid Final Fantasy football that I'm getting clobbered in.
You're getting clobbered. They call me bye-week Jeff. I'm having the worst fantasy fucking football existence ever. I think I'm 1-14 in all my leagues right now. Dude, I am in last by like 130 points in this one league. Like, I'm buying the keg for the fantasy draft. That's it. I'm buying. Like,
I thought you were supposed to be good with sports stuff.
I had a really bad weekend with sports gambling, but I'm much better at betting NFL than I am fantasy football. It's just like a weird thing. Like I'm good at that, but I can't like pick out what players are going to do on a game in, game out basis. I'm studying it more for betting purposes. Hopefully, it'll lead to some fantasy success in 2021. But no, your boy's a laughing stock. It's embarrassing. You were so much better than me at fantasy football. It's
because I'm a sports genius. You don't stand a chance against me, Jeff. Don't take it too hard. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. If you haven't done so already, please help your homies out. Help us grow. Help us flex our muscles in this crowded sea of podcasters by subscribing and hooking us up with a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or whatever weird service you might be using to listen to this. And if you haven't noticed, we are on YouTube. We've been putting full episodes up, except for that episode where we spaced out and forgot to hit record until 20 minutes in. Other than that, full episodes, minus the Easter egg, are up on YouTube, youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. Shout out to everybody who's hopped on over there and subscribed to help boost our numbers and stuff. We see you, friends, and it's fucking much appreciated. And if you need more MSPH in your life, you're in luck! Because you can go to patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour and get access to tons and tons of content. For the $5 tier, we do a mini podcast every week after the main episode. They usually tend to be anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. They usually skew more towards the hour. And it's not us just, picking our buttholes and reading from the phone book, although that could be fun.
That'll be a bit soon.
I'd say we've put out some very, very solid Patreon shows, so check them out. You get access to all the back catalog when you sign up, and then the $10 tier has offerings from all of us doing our individual shit. There's video episodes of the Patreon show, tons and tons of stuff, so check it out, patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. And you can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
At Jeff for Records.
And at MSPH Podcast on both Twitter and Instagram. Check out Jeff's sports and hip-hop-centric podcast, Fade the Media. That's also out there for mass consumption.
Thanks, bro.
And what else? If you want to be a part of voicemails, yay, just call 201-472-0139 and leave a message after the beep. And you can always just shoot emails to madscientistpartyhour@gmail.com. Shuddy, do you have anything other than
I do not.
A chip stuck in your beard?
It's corn.
Oh.
It's popcorn, not a lousy potato chip.
Boy, I feel stupid.
One seed potato chip.
No, I said lousy. I didn't say seed.
Should be one seed.
All right, friends, thank you for listening. But until next time, something.